Okay, so we're going to look at exponential equations. Okay? One, can we say that this equation is an exponential equation? What kind of exponent do I have in this case? An unknown. My exponent is an unknown. This is what I mean by an exponential equation. Okay? So with an exponential equation, it's an equation that contains a variable in the exponent. Okay? So an example for an exponential equation would be y equals 2 to the power of x. Okay? So you see in this case, my exponent is the variable. Okay? Another example would be y equal 501 plus 7 to the power of x. Or let's make that 0.07. Okay? Just so we are, right? This is called an exponential equation. Why is it called an exponential equation? Because my exponent is the variable. Okay? So, some exponential equations can be solved without technology by writing both sides of the equation as powers of the same base. So what does that mean? This is all too many English words in a math class. Okay, so here's a question for you. If I say 4 to the power of x is equal to 4 to the power of 7, what does that mean?
X equals 7.
That means x is 7. It's done, right? Why is it that easy? Because my base is the same. Because my base is the same, that forces the exponent to be the same. Otherwise, there won't be that equal sign. It won't be that balance. Okay? So, if I can make the bases the same, that automatically makes the exponent equal. Okay? So this is what this whole sentence says. Some exponential equations can be solved without technology by writing both sides of the equality or of the equation as powers of the same base. Okay? So my goal is to force the base to be the same. Make the bases the same automatically allows my exponent to be the same. Okay? The only time that this does not work is if a is equal to 1. Because what's 1 to the power of 10? What's 1 to the power of 100? But is 1 to the power of 10 equal to 1 to the power of 100? Yes, they are. But is 10 equal to 100? No, it's not. Okay? 1 to the power of 10 is equal to 1. 1 to the power of 100 equals to 1. But 10 is not equal to 100. Okay? So the only time that this does not work is, so a cannot equal to 1. Okay? That's the only time it does not work. So, here, since 4 to the power of x and 4 to the power of 3 are both powers of 4, the exponent must be equal or the same. So my solution for this is x is equal to 3. Sometimes it's easy, it's already given to you. Sometimes you have to make it happen. So this is where we're going to have to use some guess and check. But don't worry, I'll always have a solution for you after you struggle a little bit. Okay, so finding a common base, solve each of the following. So I have 5 to the power of x equals to 5 to the power of 6. What does that mean?
X equals 6.
That's right. So I have the same base. I can drop the base And I can say x equals 6. That's my solution. I am done. So first one is easy. Second one. I have to change the base of which side? To the right side. Okay? So what do I have to make it base of what? 2. 2 to the power of what gives me 32? Okay. So what I'm doing is, how do you know this? You have a calculator. You can sit down and you have half an hour. Go 2 to the power of 1. It's not going to work. 2 to the power of 2. You should know some of your powers. Okay? So 2 to the power of x equals 2 to the power of 5. Because I know that 32 is 2 to the power of 5. If you don't believe me, you can check it on your calculator.
Let me check it.
What does that mean? You don't believe me?
No, I do. I'm just like...
You're double checking. Okay. All right. So what does that mean? X equals to 5.
Can you repeat that B again, please?
B? You're going to have to sit down. You have to make your base 2. You know that you have to make your base 2 because the base on the left side is 2, and there's nothing I can do. Okay? 2 is a prime number, right? So, 2 to the power of what gives me 32? This is what you're getting. 2 to the power of what is 32? Okay? How can you make a half as a base of 2?
Just flip it and...
No. I saw your answer. It's correct.
Okay.
What did you say?
Nothing. Shh. I need to make that half as a base of 2. You just heard. Did you hear what she said?
What you said?
Flip it and what? I can't just flip without doing anything.
It will be 0. Flip it and put the base 2.
Which base? This base is 2?
Flip it.
Okay.
Over the 1 is 2. And then add the base 2 for the x over the 2. Okay.
You want to come and show me? Because I'm not getting... So flip it, because we've heard we have to flip. Let's see, what do you think?
Okay, I can do 2x
Uh-huh.
equal 2 over 1,
Uh-huh.
which is 2. I don't have to write this one.
Okay.
And then I can put the base 2 here.
I can't divide by 2, but okay, so we flipped.
Not divide, but I mean the base. Like this one.
So up to this point, where I'm okay with this, okay? But then you flip. You can't just flip without changing something. You flip. What do you know about flipping? Noor! No! Let them think. Ta-da! See? You just let them I have to give them some time. It will come to them. Guys, we can't flip without changing the exponent sign. It's going to be a -1. So yes, you don't see that power here, but it's an invisible power, right? It's an invisible power of 1. So when I flip this, I flip it to 2 over 1, or 2, right? My exponent is a -1 now. Because I'm flipping. I'm changing something, I have to change my exponent. So now, can you tell me what the answer is?
X equal -1.
Yes. Sorry, Noor, I did not let you say it. Next one. Next one. Okay. Now you know that you have to flip. 2 to the power of x equals 1 over 4. Noor.
Yes.
Noor.
First, 4 is going to be 2 square.
So I'm going to change the 4 to 2 square. Yeah.
Then we flip it and change the 2 minus 2, power minus 2.
Right? I can flip my base, which is, it's invisible 1 here at the bottom. You guys know that, right? I hope.
So x equals negative 2.
So x equals negative 2. Okay? So not only I flip, I changed my 4 to 2 to the power of 2, because 4 is 2 to the power of 2. I see ugly face.
Why we didn't do it like the one before?
What is it?
Why we didn't do it the same? The one before?
Because it's already a 2. And my base is 2. I don't need to change.
Well, my base is like this because I'm curious as to what happens to that 4 is negative, that 4 is 1. It's 1 that was on the
That's not an exponent, that's 1 over 4. Okay? So if I want to write this, if I want to flip this, right? Which is 1 over 2 squared, yes? 4 is 2 squared, right? So when I flip this, this becomes 2 squared over 1. So I just literally changed the spaces. Now that squared is going to become a negative squared because I'm flipping. Doesn't matter if it's negative over 1 or not. I don't need to write this. This here is useless to me. When you divide something by 1, it's itself. Right? That's why I don't need to write that division by 1.
That wasn't the part that was confusing for me. The part that was confusing was over in this one here.
Yeah.
1 over 2, it had a negative 1.
Yeah.
Right?
Again, because there is an invisible 1
Right.
here.
So what happens to that invisible 1 on the next question? That one.
Which one?
This one here.
Here?
Yeah.
That invisible 1?
Yeah.
Well, I changed this before I flipped it. I changed that 4
So just go
to a 2 to the power of 2. So instead of having a 4, I changed it to 2 to the power of 2.
Okay.
Okay? Just because I need to make it as a base of 2.
Right.
Okay? Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Now, do I see happy faces?
Can you only do that if it was an even number? Like what if it was 1
1 over 5? You can't change 5 as a 2 to the power of something. Yeah. No, you, there would be another way to solve. We'll talk about it later.
So, Maya?
Yes.
So basically, the reason why we did that is because of what you said about the base. It has to be the same, right?
Yes.
I mean, that's the main thing.
Exactly.
The
You
numbers
have
are
to
not
make your
same,
bases the
yeah,
same.
the bases must be the same. Okay.
If your bases are not the same, you cannot equate your exponential, your exponents.
Yeah.
Right? You can only compare similar things. They have to be the same. All right, let's go to E. What do you think? What are you thinking? Which side am I gonna change first?
49.
The 49, right? I can't change the 7. So what's 49? 7 to the power of what? 2.
We just take the 3x minus 4 equals
Yeah, so drop your bases, right? So we drop the bases, then 3x minus 4 equals 2. And now I have to solve for x the old-fashioned way. There's no much fun in this one, okay? So bring the negative 4 over, it becomes a plus 4. So that's 3x equals to 6. Then divide by 3. So x equals 2.
2.
You can always try and see if I plug in 2 here, would that give me 49? So if I do 7 to the power of 3 times 2 is 6, so 6 minus 4 is 2. Would that give me 49? So you can always check your work by plugging the value of x into your original equation. You can try that on your own. Okay? So here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna leave you guys to do F, and then if you are bored and you're done F and you think you wanna challenge yourself, G is not bad, but H is the one that might challenge you a little bit more, okay?